Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. I was going to do this one outside, but it's so hot, I decided I'm not going to do this one outside. I'm going to sit here and I've got a fan on, blowing, well, warm air, but not as warm, right up my left trouser leg, and it's lovely. Too much information? The Royal Navy have sailed to the rescue of the Clydebank shipyards. Of course, the SNP government absolutely loathes the idea of saving shipbuilding in Scotland, apart from Ferguson Marine, of course. But the Navy has decided that it is going to get parts for warships made there. Great news for all, including, strangely, Ferguson Marine. However, this really does upset the SNP, who are very, very much against supplying arms. They didn't want Rolls-Royce, for example, to open up a welding centre because Rolls-Royce engines are used in warplanes and things. They didn't want, they really, really don't want the nuclear shipyard there. They don't like any of it. But, of course, these things create jobs, create wealth, are good for the society, good for the community, etc. And so you've got a Scottish government that's actually working against the interests of the people because of its misplaced ideals. Thankfully, though, other people have got sense and they've said, no, we'll give some work up north, including, and unbelievably, Ferguson Marine. The great thing about this is, though, and this is where it works for Ferguson Marine, is that the Royal Navy have their own designers, architects, etc. They will have the blueprints. They will say you will build them to these blueprints. And the SNP government is not even allowed to look at the work, let alone interfere with it. You know, national security and all that. And so they're kept out of every decision-making policy or everything. There's no way the SNP can have any say at all on these works. And that's really going to upset the SNP because they love having control over everything. Well, you did get wee Kate Forbes going out there and saying, well, you know, we're working hard to save Ferguson Marine and all the shipbuilding on the Clyde. And the answer to that, of course, is fuck off, Kate. You're doing everything you can to kill it. All that constant micromanagement has destroyed Ferguson Marine. They've got no commercial work. The only thing they're getting is basically a Hail Mary from the Royal Navy. And you hate that for various reasons. The SNPA, everything they can do to destroy Scotland, they will. And when something good happens, they try and claim credit. Bunch of absolute bastards. Thanks very much. Bye.